My name is Clyde Rabideau. I'm the mayor of Saranac Lake, graduate of Clarkson University in 1978.
1978. So Clarkson grad to mayor of Saranac Lake. Just walk us through that, how that happened.
Well, I started a construction company when I graduated in July of 1978. And I've been in business for over 43 years. And during that time, I ran for the Common Council of the City of Plattsburgh, became an alderman. And 2 years later, I ran for mayor and won by a few votes. And I served as mayor of the City of Plattsburgh for 5 two-year terms, 10 years, all through the 90s, 1990 through 1999. And then my construction company took me to Paul Smith College. And our construction company stayed there for 10 years helping to rebuild the campus. And during the first 4 or 5 years of commuting from Plattsburgh to Paul Smith College, I really fell in love with Saranac Lake, and the circumstances in my life allowed me to move here. And I did. I've loved it. In 2010, I ran for mayor and won. And I'm serving my 10th year as mayor of Saranac Lake. I have 2 more years to go, 3 4-year terms. 4-year terms, in my opinion, are better than 2-year terms.
Well, congrats.
And I'm still in the construction business. As you can see, I just came off a job site to do your interview. And it's snowing outside, and that's good because it's winter carnival time here in Saranac Lake. And nobody has more fun in winter than a Saranac Laker.
We just came from the palace, right?
We embrace it, we celebrate it, we have fun in it. Yeah. The more it snows, the colder it is, the better it is.
Yeah. So going off that, you've been in North Country for your entire life, basically. Yeah. So let's talk about how it's changed specifically in the North Country, the winters, or just how it's changed since you've been here, and then more specifically how it's changed in Saranac Lake.
Yeah, okay. Anecdotally, I could tell you as a construction guy, the winters were a lot longer when I started 40 some odd years ago. And they were colder and snowier. And I've noticed that they don't last as long, and they seem to back up. They start later in the fall and end later in the spring. And they're a touch warmer, and we don't get as much snow. And that's just my observation. It may not be scientific, but I think there are some data out there that would back up that observation of mine. And then I can remember as a student at Clarkson walking from the hill, Reynolds and Woodstock, that's where I lived, and not that many people had cars, so we had to walk down 2 or 3 times a day. And we'd walk across the Racket River, a couple bridges there, and it was cold, and the wind blew, and it was brutal. And we went to classes in Snell Hall, and then on the other side of the street for the engineering classes.
Okay. And then as far as Saranac Lake goes, a big draw in Saranac Lake is the outdoor recreation, obviously.
It's really big.
So it seems like it'd be a big concern if for 1 year you couldn't build the ice palace, or the ice palace melted. So have you seen any effects of less people coming or people having more complaints because of?
Not really. We're just the capital, of the Adirondacks. Yeah. The people will come here no matter what. Yeah. It's really good this year. Our ice palace is really something unique and spectacular, and the ice palaces are always spectacular, but this one's a special one. Yeah. And people will come for it, and we do our best. And it's always touch and go, it seems like. Is it warm enough? Are we going to be able to keep the ice up? Maybe it's 20 below zero, and we finally get the ice palace built, and then it goes 30 above, and then it starts melting. Yeah. So it's always touch and go. It's a little iffy.
It's an adventure.
And then the old timers tell us that the ice palaces used to stay up for many weeks, and we can't seem to make it last that long before it starts melting.
Okay. So does climate change make you nervous about how it affects Saranac Lake's tourism economy?
It does. There's pluses and minuses.
Yes.
Okay.
More summer, that's good.
There's more summer, and we used to call October a shoulder season, and really it is not a shoulder season. That's full bore tourist season. Yeah. We used to think that Columbus Day weekend, that was it. No, it just goes right through into November. So we have more of a hiking leaf peeper season going through October and ending later. And that's been good. And then the springtime, if we can get warmer earlier, we'll get paddlers out there, some whitewater people, the spring runoff and everything. So that kind of extends the season a little bit. But we've got a lot invested in snow. We got, just this village owns Mount Pisgah. Our township runs Dewey Mountain. And we've got a lot of cross-country trails throughout the village area. There's snowmobilers, and frankly, there hasn't been a lot of snow for snowmobilers to go on, which is okay. I'm not a big snowmobiler, but I am a cross-country skier, and I am concerned about our economy, and I want everybody with a winter sport or enthusiasm to be able to enjoy their winter here. So we've embraced winter, we've capitalized on it, we've promoted it, and 3 years ago we had the World Snowshoe Championships.
I saw that. Yeah.
And what happened? The ice melted, or the snow melted. We had to truck in snow from everywhere. People were making snow for us, and we had people that came in the morning of the race. It was a Saturday, townspeople. And it was a glorious moment for our town. Like 50, 60 people showed up, and we're shoveling snow on plastic sleds and bringing it up on Dewey Mountain, and we made it happen. And you could see from the drone imagery that just the race course had snow on it. Then the race ends. What happens?
A ton of snow. 3
hours later, 6 inches of the wettest, heaviest snow I ever saw in my life. And everybody was laughing. You know, we had a big awards dinner, and they were laughing, and this big snowflakes were coming down and just laying on your head. And you thought a bucket of water hit it. So the winters have been much more unpredictable.
And you said you're more, I mean, you guys are obviously invested in your community. So you've made strides to make it more of a climate-friendly community. So you want to talk about that?
Well, it's our global responsibility. And if we can lessen the so-called carbon footprint, I think it's good for our world. I mean, as a father and a grandfather, 7 grandchildren and counting, you have to be concerned. The evidence is there. We've got a lot of Clarkson scientists and engineers that will show you the documentation and the data, and it's a proven fact. So we've got to do whatever we can do. And here in Saranac Lake, we take it seriously. We are a climate-smart community. We endeavor to do better. We like it when big developments like our hotel that's being built right now is LEED certified, and we enjoy that. And whatever bit we can do, we'll do.
Awesome. All right.
Okay?
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Great to talk with you.
Yeah.